All right, welcome back. We're going to do two more examples in this video. Examples 7 and 8. This time they're going to ask for the radius in both of these. Find the radius. Actually, this one says find the diameter, but we're going to find the radius first to find the diameter. So we're trying to solve for r this time, and they're going to give us either the area or the circumference. So we're still going to be using those two formulas that we gave you earlier. This time we're going to be using the circumference formula. So I know that it's at the top of your paper, but I'm going to write it down one more time. The circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r, right there. Okay, so when we're doing this, again, they're going to be asking us to find the radius. So we don't know that. Again, 2 is a number, pi is a number. What we're going to do is we're going to plug in the circumference right here. They told us the circumference. Again, that is your c. That's what's going to go in right here for our c. So I'm just going to rewrite this nice, lovely formula. But instead of a circumference, I'm going to write the 21.99. That's what our circumference is. So that is equal to 2 times pi times r. All right. Now you just have to remember your steps of solving equations. Right here, if we're trying to get this radius all by itself, we want to get rid of this 2 that's multiplied to it, and also this pi that's multiplied. Both of those, they're just multiplied to my r. So to undo multiplication, I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide both things. Actually, what I'm going to have you do, because some of your calculators are going to, some of your calculators actually don't do this very well without parentheses. So I'm going to have you divide one at a time. Let's just divide by 2 first. Okay, so we're going to divide both sides by 2. And that way the 2's are gone. We still have a pi times r over here. So in your calculator, you're going to do 21.99 divided by 2, and that gives us 10.995. All right, and then I'm going to have you do one more division. Some of you, if you want to do it in one step, just make sure to put the parentheses around the 2 pi, and then you'll be okay. But we're going to now divide both of these by pi right here. And so our radius now, everything else is gone. We have our radius by itself. It's just that 10.995 divided by pi. And my answer tells me it's 3.49. Again, just round to the nearest tenth, so that'll round to 3.5 right there. And we've solved for our radius. Not too bad, right? All right, let's look at this next example, example number 8. Now, example number 8 also asks, it asks for the diameter, but we're going to pretend that we're going to just find the radius first, because it's easy to find the diameter from the radius, and all of our formulas use the radius. So we're going to look at the area formula, because they're giving us the area. So we remember that the area is equal to pi times r squared. All right. Again, we're trying to find this nice, lovely radius right there. So we're going to just solve for r. So let's plug in our area. We know this 90.25 is our area. So we're going to plug it straight in right there and just say that 90.25 is equal to pi times our radius squared. All right. So as with any equation, when we're trying to solve for it, we're trying to get rid of this pi. We just want r by itself. So let's get rid of this pi that's just multiplied. We're going to divide both sides of this nice, lovely equation by pi. So in your calculator, 90.25 divided by pi gives us 28.7. That is our r squared. Okay, and there's one more step. We just did this when we were doing our Pythagorean theorem. Just remember, I don't want r squared. I'm trying to just get r, just the radius. So to undo a square, remember there's rules to undo squares as well. We just do the opposite of squaring a number. It is taking the square root of a number, which your calculator is fantastic at. So we're just going to let our calculator do that. The square root of 28.7 gives us a 5 point, let's just, so r is equal to 5.35. We're going to round that to 5.4 right there. All right, now instead of circling that answer, that's what we did over here. Normally we would, but just remember they asked for the diameter. They want the diameter, which is 2 radii. So we're just going to multiply that by 2. And our radius, or our diameter, we'll put a diameter right there, is just 2 5s is 10, 2.4s is 0.8, and that is our nice, lovely diameter. All right, stay tuned or open up the next video for examples 9 and 10.